Good morning and welcome to Light the Torch. My name is Ella and I want to thank you for starting your day with us. And wherever you are, I know this conversation is going to touch your heart deeply. Because today we're honored to be joined by a truly courageous woman, the author Beth MacGowan, who is here to share with us her powerful and personal story through her book, The Unimaginable Journey. This book is a path through the heartbreaking loss of a child and a testament to how healing and hope can emerge from even the most painful places. So, Beth, welcome. We are so grateful to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Now, I want to ask you some questions so we can talk about your book. So, The Unimaginable Journey explores the profound grief of losing a child. What was the most difficult part of writing this book, and how did it help you process your own emotions?
The healing process was definitely in writing the book, being able to put down my emotions and share everything that we had gone through as a family. The hard part about the grief journey in losing a child is realizing that every day is going to be a different day. Every day your child is gone. Like so, my daughter is still gone. So every day, whatever we're doing, she's not part of it. And coming to terms with that has been probably the hardest. Knowing that this story will hopefully help other people. I've talked to other moms that have unfortunately lost children. And if I'm farther in the grief journey, sharing with them that some of these emotions that you're feeling are real emotions, or the fact that when you're in the numb stage and you're not feeling anything, it's a true thing where you can't cry and people think you're just amazing because you have everything together when really you just haven't even processed anything.
Thank you for sharing that, and I'm sure that you've certainly have helped a lot of people with your own journey. And for those who may not have experienced such a loss, how do you think the unimaginable journey can help them better understand grief and offer support to others?
So it was really the title of the book kind of came about when people, like if I say, oh, we have four kids, and I go through the ages and I get to our youngest, I said, and she passed away when she was 16 and a half months old. And people are like, oh, I can't imagine. Oh, I can't imagine. And hopefully this sheds some light on what it is like. And then maybe they can imagine a little bit about it. There's a quote in my book that says, people have, and this has happened to me, where people will say, you should just be grateful for the children you have, not for the one you lost. And I always think, well, which child of yours would you give up and be able to live without? And I've never said that to anybody. But I did put that in there, and it is the truth. Is like, well, none of them would want to actually give up a child and not be able to live with one of their children. So it's showing how you can, maybe, like, there's a part in there where it asks you to think about the your child's favorite thing, their laugh, their smile, things that make them giggle, and then imagine it just gone in an instant. How would that be like?
Well, that's such a powerful message. And I understand that McKenna's mission is it's a meaningful part of your life and that your foundation has helped you and others navigate through grief. And how
Yep. Yeah.
yes.
So I I started McKenna's mission. It wasn't called that. The day my daughter died, like the idea of starting something in honor of her was that day in the hospital when I was holding her after she had passed away. And in our rural area, there's not a lot of places that do CPR training, and so um, we started a foundation called McKenna's Mission. It's a 501c3 charity, and we provide free CPR classes to anyone in the rural areas that in our area that needs CPR. We'll do them at the public library, at public schools, in different, within a radius from where we live. And we have two instructors now instead of just me. We've added another instructor to be able to have more classes.
And how do you think the foundation ties into the themes of your book?
Uh, the foundation ties in because if it wasn't for the death of my daughter, I don't think the foundation would have started. Actually, I know it wouldn't have, because I was grateful enough to have known CPR, so when my daughter needed it, I could automatically provide it and not have to have somebody dispatch telling me how to provide CPR to my child. And it's a life changing skill. It's a life saving skill. I've had people call me after taking my class and tell me that unfortunately they had to use CPR, but fortunately because they came through the class, they knew how to do CPR and were able to save a life. Which is great to hear. You hope nobody ever has to actually do the training you're providing them, but you hope that if they do, they're able to help save somebody.
Yeah, that's true, and I think it's very important to use this space to help other people have awareness about the importance of it.
Mhm.
So thank you for sharing that with us. And now to everyone listening to us, do you think you have some advice to someone who is currently navigating grief and telling them how they can find hope and comfort amidst their pain?
Reach out to people. Grief Share for me was a huge help in losing my daughter. Having somebody, and obviously the people I went through Grief Share with didn't lose a child, but they had lost somebody significant in their life. And there's different parts of the grief share. It's going to be different for everybody. My grief journey is different than even my husband's grief journey. And we each both grieve differently, even though we lost the same person, nothing is the same. So even if my grief journey is this way, the next person's grief journey is not going to be the exact same way. So me saying, I know your pain, I know what you're going through. I don't, because your grief journey and your relationship with that loved one that you've lost is different than what mine was. Do I know the different like the different numbness and the where you're just crying nonstop and you can't stop crying, where you don't want to go out in public because you are afraid that you're going to start crying. Like, do I know all those things? Yes. Um, and just know that there are people out there, whether it's counselors, whether it's churches, that are there to help you.
Yes, that's very important to share. And in the book you talk about finding healing in loss. Maybe can you share with us some of the ways that people can begin to heal after such a significant loss?
Mhm. So I've talked about how I've done healing, like where I have used McKenna's mission to help honor her in ways. We give out scholarships, we do a basketball tournament, we do the CPR. Those are ways we can honor her. And in those things, it's healing. But I also um, drew closer to God through this. Like, some people may pull away because they're angry and they're upset because we lost a child, and how why could we lose a child? But I became closer to God. I talked to God every day, and that helped me heal a lot more than pulling away from God. Uh, it takes time. It's not a it's not a quick fix. It's not a, hey, you get 3 days off of work, now you're good to go. Let's go back to work type of thing, healing.
Yes, and um, for that I just want to honor what you have created here, because this is a lifeline. This is a space where people who've experienced deep loss can feel seen, helped, and understood. And also through McKenna's mission, you are turning unimaginable pain into purpose, and you're helping others navigate grief with compassion and courage. And I think it's very important to honor your mission and what you're doing with your book. So thank you so much, Beth, for sharing this with us.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if you want to share something that has surprised you the most about sharing this story with the world, something unexpected that come from readers.
uh the it's definitely a personal journey, so it's very personal, all the things that I share in the book, and the amount of support and love that I have gotten while writing this book And while it's being published, people are very excited to be able to read it, not because they want to go through the pain, of losing a child, but that they want understanding. And most people haven't lost a child, and so they don't understand it. And the fact that people want to support the writing of my book has helped me feel love and support from the community and just people in general.
That sounds really heartwarming. So thank you, Beth. Thank you so much for sharing your heart. Thank you for sharing your story and your daughter's legacy with us. Because I think that what you've created in the unimaginable journey is sacred, and I know that it will bring healing and understanding to many. And now to everyone watching us, you should know that the book is available now on Amazon, and we encourage you to read it, to gift it, and share it with someone who may need it. So thank you so much, Beth, for this opportunity and for letting us know about your journey.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Light the Torch. And until next time, keep your heart open and your light shining. Thank you.